Welcome back, folks. With me, Phil Turo. You're watching part 4 of the Mega Man X playthrough. And we're going to finally take on the big bad Sigma. We're going to start infiltrating this castle. And Zero is going to take point here. So, one thing about Sigma's fortress is you're going to be kind of tested. I would say the first level really hard about how well your platforming skills are, how well you can use your special weapons really well. I find that the Storm Tornado, the Fire Wave, and Homing Torpedo are probably going to be your best bet for getting through a lot of the difficult sections of Sigma's Fortress. Oh, and then Boomerang Cutter as well. Boomerang Cutter is very useful for fetching some items in certain areas. But otherwise, those 4 weapons are pretty useful. Sting Chameleon's weapon's pretty good too for invincibility, but I mean you really have to charge that. But just talking about like normal just shoot weapons and all that good stuff. This section, be very careful. That's all a bottomless pit. You'll move back to the left. So when you move back to the left, you might have a chance to land on some solid ground if you do get hit. That was a really risky thing I did there. But Homing Torpedo, one Homing Torpedo should take out those flying bots. And then here, I would recommend either you can use the Homing Torpedo or you can use your Mega Man X Buster or X Buster, whatever. I don't know why I said Mega Man X Buster. Storm Tornado would be good. All those good weapons, especially on this blue robot right here. Storm Tornado will just rip that thing a new one. And then we're gonna get really close to our mid boss here, really quickly. So go ahead and take out all this right here. And climb up to the top, take this little long-legged machines, and then we're going to be greeted to our first mid-boss, Vile and Zero. Zero is going to take him on. He's like, stay back, X, I'll take him on. And then they go there, and I'm going to go ahead and hang out here a little bit because they said take out, and it's taking too long, so I'm going to go in. All right. Well, it sounds like they're fighting. That sounded very right armor like. It sounds like Zero might have actually done a very good job and defeats Vile. So surely that's not good. X, do what I tell you or he's history. Don't listen to him, X. Go ahead and blast him. I'm not even trying to do my good Oscar-winning voice acting right here, but Vile apparently beat Zero. Go figure, he cheated, which is something I will most definitely not do in our Mega Man X4 playthrough. Whenever we get there with Magma Dragoon, that's a lie. But here you can't win this fight. You can try to put up a valiant fight, but Vile is going to be Vile and cheese our fight with a right armor. So you can't win this fight, so just go ahead and do as much damage as you can if you want, or if you want to speed the process up, go ahead and just get hit by Vile. So we're going to go ahead and just keep getting smacked around and fighting our petty resistance. Now I'm really lasting a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I'm actually trying. And then when you take enough damage, Vile will just start shooting his electric paralyzing beam. So go ahead and get hit by that, and which is very funny. If you get hit by Zero's capsule, you decide, oh, you know, I'm going to go ahead and carry you all the way to the opposite and go all the way back to Zero's capsule and not finish you off. And Vile's like, what the heck? So Zero's had enough of this, and he's like, you know, you made too many mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and do what I can by charging my buster at close range and possibly blowing myself up mortally. So with that, we're going to fight Vile mono. He's like, what a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So, X, it's just you and me now. Ah! What the? Where did that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still too weak. Prepare to be terminated. Well, his weakness is the rolling shield, which I absolutely have no sense of why that's the case, but rolling shield will take out quite a bit of damage. And unlike the other bosses, he doesn't get put into a pattern, so you could technically spam the rolling shield, I think. But with that, we're done with evil big bad Vile, and then we're just going to continue on, see if Zero's fine, right? What's this? It was all a dream. What the heck? What a worthless gesture. Why were you daydreaming saying you were going to beat me? I'm a lot harder than that. Whoa, what the heck? Surely that full health bar is not going to be dangerous to me at all. But where did all that energy come from? Yeah, those question marks are very warranted there. It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You will never defeat me. Ah! I missed. What the hell was that? Oh no! But yeah, I decided to go and show off using Hadouken on Vile of all things, and then beating him. And then I went in and jump cutted because if you beat Vile without getting the arm part here, you talk to Zero. Zero dialogue will be a little bit more different. He'll say that Sigma is much more powerful than he appears to be, and I'm going to need an edge. And he's like, take my arm cannon, your attack power should increase. Good luck, X. Power down. But yeah, the arm part you get from Zero is just a normal arm part from Dr. Light. But in the event that you do get the arm part, you'll be greeted with the normal dialogue most players will get, which he says he's taking too much damage, and I've zoomed through this, but he says his auto repair systems can't handle it, his energy is fading, he's more powerful than he thought originally, and maybe he can defeat Sigma. But yeah, with that, we are going to go through here, this level, and we're going to go ahead and beat it properly. Quotations. But one thing about the Hadouken, it does kill everything in one hit. You do need to do the combination I mentioned in the last part, which is hold start down, quarter circle, rotation towards the direction X facing, and push the shoot button. And then if you're on the ground, you can't do it in the air. But when you do it, if anything gets hit by it, it will just automatically kill it. Some enemy placement, maybe some boss placement can't really get hurt by it because how it's positioned, you got to be standing. But other bosses, such as Boomer Coinger here, if I was at full health, I would absolutely do the Hadouken if I'm able to, but I'm not going to be able to do it, so I'm going to use Homing Torpedo and take him out. And this is where we get into the first of the rematches with the Mavericks. I almost said Robot Masters. So you have all their weaknesses. They're, in theory, a lot easier. And you also have the Hadouken if you went that route, if you're at full health. A lot of them you can one-shot with the Hadouken because they stay on the ground relatively easy. But not Boomer Coinger. And a few other Mavericks, I'm not going to be able to do that too. But here, this is the last stretch. Just kill off the metals. Take out any of the flying bots, the rolling spike bots, all that stuff. And then you can farm some energy here. The boss in particular here, it's a bit of a harder boss. If you're really good with prediction, like how well you can trace a line, the boss is really easy. But in my case, I have full health, so I can Hadouken this boss and take it out in one hit, which is what I'm going to do. Where's the boss at? Oh my goodness, it's a spider bot. But yeah, Hadouken, boom, gone. Well, let's go ahead and do this the correct way, shall we? So we're going to actually fight this boss the correct way with Shotgun Ice. So the way this boss operates is those lines are on the vertical bars. It will turn on every line that it's going to touch, or it's going to follow the line it touches, and then it will go to the bottom, open its weak point up, and then that's your opportunity to shoot it with Shotgun Ice or the Buster, and then do a significant amount of damage with the Shotgun Ice. Now, that weak spot is only open for a small amount of time, so you have to take advantage of it while it's open. And if you get hit by the spider, there's a good chance you're not going to get a good hit in, because the invincibility frames, or I guess really the knockback really, is going to prevent you from taking a shot really quickly. And so it will retreat up, and then you will take some damage. So I'm doing a really good job here. But when it gets to the faster ones, and you don't have as much time to read the pattern, you're going to probably take a hit or two. In my case, I was doing okay, but I do kind of let up and slack off a little bit. But yeah, so right there, it went a little bit too fast. I was still trying to understand the pattern, and then boop, yeah. So you might just take your time if you're able to, and then just whack it with Shotgun Ice. But boom. So But super, and you see there it gets ridiculously fast as the lower its HP bar goes. So right here, I got super lucky, so boop, take it out. That is a legit way to take it out. And it almost looks like Web Spider in a way because it has one big eye and a smaller eye. And Web Spider is a Maverick from Megaman X4. But that was the first thing I noticed when I played this boss for the very first time. Like, almost like 3 months after I played Megaman X4. Which is crazy for that back in the day. But we're done with the first section of Sigma's Fortress. We're going to go into the second section, which is going to be, in my opinion, a bit easier. Because you don't have that whole section to begin where it has a bottomless pit. That section can give some people a hard time, especially if you're a newcomer. But this one, I found it's a little bit easier. The platformer section is still here, but you can basically see everything around you, whereas that first part, you couldn't see what was below you, but you did know it was a bottomless pit. So just continue on. And just take out all the enemies here. And then just keep climbing up, take out all these enemies again. Storm Tornado is going to be your best friend. And then we're going to get our next rematch with Chill Penguin. So make sure you have fun taking out Chill Penguin with any sort of fire away weapon or the Hadouken, which is what I'm going to take this thing out. It's like Hadouken! Boop. But yeah, these bosses go down really creepy, really quickly. And then here you get your right armor. Continue on. You can start whacking all these enemies with your Socka Bopper right armor. And then again, you can take as much damage as you want within the right armor. You won't take any damage to your health bar. And any HP capsules, energy capsules that you collect in the right armor, if your health is full, will go towards your energy capsules. And if you do use any of your energy tanks and then you beat the level, since you can go back between levels, unlike the original Mega Man series, you were kind of like railroading and going to Wily's fortresses, I think, for most of the Mega Man X games. But unlike in the original Mega Man games, but in Mega Man X games, you go back to the level select screen. So you could go back to Armored Armadillo and farm for more energy if you use your energy tanks. So our next boss fight is Storm Eagle. And Storm Eagle, once again, really easy, but especially since we have the Hadouken. I'm trying to do it right there, but I didn't get it the first time, but yep, that's it. Storm Eagle's gone. He's complete, destroyed, vanished, nada, no more. So, go up here, and then I believe we're really close to no, I think we still got like one more boss fight, I think we've got one more rematch. But those Guardian robots, since their shields only face one way, you can take advantage of the fact that they're turned another way with the homing torpedo. You can have them hit from behind and take them out. That way you don't have to worry about them. Actually, no, we're going to fight our next boss, which our next main boss is Rangda Bangda. So, Rangda Banga's weakness is the Sting Chameleon weapon, this Chameleon Sting. And what you want to do is, you want to take out these eyes before you take out the nose. The eyes have two phases as far as I know. I think there's a third, but it didn't do it. There's red and blue. I want to say green, but I'm not entirely sure. And then you got the nose here in the middle. But do not take out the nose before you take out the eyes. So take out the eyes when this wide open space is available. Because if you do take out the nose before you take out the eyes will start to come out and hit you. And as you can see there, it's very narrow. It's a little bit harder to take out the eyes, and also you gotta worry about the spikes in the bottom, and you don't want to get all caught up in that and fall down to the spikes, and then you know what happens with spikes. But Rangda Banga is not that difficult, especially when you just take out the eyes before the nose. Makes everything easier. And then with that, we are done with this part of Sigma's Fortress. And then we're going to catch you on the next part, folks. Later in. Bye.